of B92.7 FM Sports.
Breckenridge basketball is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Red River Agency, the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, Minn Kota Ag Products, Heitkamp Construction, Carlson Family Insurance, Miller Realty, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Twin Town Villa, CHI St. Francis, Quality Toyota, Builders First Source, Otter Tail Power Company, Essentia Health, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, and Buyer Insurance Agency. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Blofus.
Hey, did you guys miss me? Welcome back to the Breckenridge Hawley doubleheader here on B92.7 FM, also live streaming on our YouTube channel, KBMW News Live. Time for another Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. And where this game, or the previous game, was between, Breckenridge boys, who are currently one of the lower teams in the Heart of Lakes, and then Hawley, one of the middle-of-the-road teams in the Heart of Lakes. This time we got a pair of the best teams in the Heart of Lakes coming at you. Breckenridge with an 11-3 record coming into this ball game, taking on Hawley, who had a 9-5 record. And Breckenridge came out swinging their last time they played against each other, and that was in Hawley, a place where Breckenridge has struggled over the years. Coach Bill Gottenberg even said that himself, that they usually don't get Breckenridge's best game in Hawley, but when they're always pretty scared when they have to go to Breckenridge. But that ended up being a 64-43 Cowgirl win over the Nuggets. And one thing that was different from that game, though, is one of the top players for the Nuggets, Isabel Steer, was out of the ball game that time around. So they're down a starter, and Breckenridge just came out so hot in their last meeting. We'll see if they can replicate that. We'll start off with your Power Poll rankings, brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company, on for conservation. We'll run through the Section 6A standings for you. In Section 6A South, got a few teams with winning records over there. Hancock, 11-2. KMS has a 13-3 record so far. Clinton, Graceville, Beardsley, 6-5. And then it's either 500 or below the rest of the way for Section 6A South. Wheaton, Herman, Norcross, 7-7. Parker's Prairie has a 7-8 record. Brandon Evansville follows with a 3-10 record. Benson, 2-4. Ashby is 1-13. And Ortonville has a 1-13 record as well at the bottom of Section 6A South. Section 6A North, though, Breckenridge still at the top. QRF has them as 7th in the state, mind you. They're 11-3 record. 15-1 Henning up next. Underwood with a 12-3 record. 13-3 Park Christian in the obviously more top-heavy Section 6A North. New York Mills up next with a 7-6 record. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy has an 11-6 record. 5-9 Norman County East Ulen Hitterdal is actually above 10-6 Rothsay, but that's how the QRF works. They go off your strength of schedule, even though those teams are only one spot away from each other on QRF. And then after that, it is Lake Park Audubon with a 7-9 record. Ada Borup has a 4-10 record, and Battle Lake at the bottom of Section 6A North with a 1-13 record so far on the season. So let's look at your Power Poll ranking, brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company, on for conservation. Now for your injury report, it's brought to you by Sanford Health, here for one, here for all. And out again tonight, not exactly a regular in the varsity rotation, but, if the depth really gets tested here, they're going to be without Chloe Konzemius tonight. And then Grace Nicholson is, I guess you'd call it questionable. She played in the JV game, also played in the JV game on Saturday too, though, but then wasn't really feeling 100% when the varsity game got up and running. But I think she's going to be good to go today, but that's why I just throw the questionable on there, because I thought she was going to be good to go the last time around as well. So let's look at your injury report, which is brought to you by Sanford Health. Here for one, here for all. And we'll take a quick break on this Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. It's going to be a little shorter than our usual ones, as the postgame show kind of bled into the warm-up time here. So take a quick break, come back with your starting lineups. Brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. You're listening to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show on B92.7 FM, also live streaming on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
There are several things that make me proud to be part of Breckenridge Senior High School. My students are very hardworking and respectful. Those two qualities make my school day enjoyable. They have been working hard on active classroom lessons this year, Students enjoy working together and are finding that they can learn from each other. I'm also proud to be teaching college math classes to our juniors and seniors. These classes have challenged our students to become more academically responsible for their learning. Breckenridge is a great school, and I'm proud to be part of it.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windermere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. Loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com. Welcome back to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Turner Bluff is here, as promised, with your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. And I'm going to do my best to space this out properly, but I believe it's senior night. I'm not sure if they're going to do the national anthem again, but since they did that for the first game, but I believe it is senior night, so they're going to be giving some basketballs to each of the seniors, it looks like. I'm assuming that's why they got 6 balls laying over there for the 4 senior players, as well as a pair of the managers as well. So time to run through those starting lineups. Presuming Breckenridge goes with their regular starting 5. They might not be, so my apologies if I have to correct this later on, but someone said same starters as usual, so 3 of them would be the same starters as usual at least. Kelsey Sorrell, number 0, 5'6" senior. Jonica Bernadez, number 2. She's a freshman, a 5'8" freshman, I should say, wearing number 2. Parker Yagi, number 3. She's a 5'8" freshman as well. Abby Johnson, 5'9" senior, wearing number 10. And then Addie Twidwell, she's a 6'1" senior, wearing number 22. The only tweak they might make to this starting 5 is Grace Miranowski might also be in the starting 5, for senior night. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to do that, but I figured I'd throw that out there anyways. And they're also going to honor their 2 managers. And I got to make sure to track down those names. My apologies for not getting those earlier. I was not 100% sure of a senior night. I was pretty sure, but I wasn't 100% sure. They usually have big programs for that, but that is not the case tonight. And now for the starting lineups for the Hawley Nuggets. They go like this. Izzy Steer, who, as I said earlier, was not available the last time these two teams squared off. So a big addition here for the Hawley Nuggets to get her back in the lineup. She's a 5'10 sophomore forward. Anna Steer, she's 5'10, is a senior, wears number 12. Izzy Steer wears number 5, by the way. Ingrid Rustad, she's a 5'6 sophomore, wearing number 20. Emma Brookshire, 6'1 junior in the starting 5. And then Katie Vetter, who is an 8th grader, will get the start tonight. Wearing number 40, she's 5'7". And like I said, an 8th grader. Very impressive to be able to crack the starting 5. And only 3 seniors on this roster. 2 of them come off the bench, and then Anna Steer, who is their top player on their roster. So let's look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. Once again, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. We'll take a quick break, and like I said, we're going to try to time this out right. They might have the seniors be honored here, so if we come back and it's just me talking about, well, we don't have the opening tip yet, that is why. You are listening to the Wilkins Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company on B92.7 FM and live streaming on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Sometimes illnesses or injuries may leave you needing extra help to restore your strength, balance, and range of motion. CHI St. Francis Health are open and ready to provide you the tools for success, including individualized exercise plans and state-of-the-art therapy facility. You'll be confident in the care and treatment you'll receive at CHI St. Francis Health, and they are located right here in your backyard. CHI St. Francis Health. We're here when you need a little reassurance.
We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, facing our toughest challenges head on, believing that together we can build something better and take care of each other, because this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Essentia Health is where you belong. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks Pre-Finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Well, in a stunning turn of events, they did not honor the seniors, but they did honor our nation. We got a second national anthem. This time the Breckenridge band played it and did a fantastic job. Happy to have them here. I don't know if they couldn't get them over here in time for the for both of the games, or if that was just a lot for the band to do both games. But either way, we are up and running. And I made a mistake earlier in the pregame show. There's actually 4 seniors on the Hawley varsity roster. Marissa Alice, I forgot about her. She got buried at the bottom. That's what happens when you have the number 52. You're way down there. And they are going to go with their same usual starting lineup, the trio of seniors, along with their freshman duo. Outstanding freshman duo, I should say. They're 2 of the top freshmen in the state. Parker Yagi and Jonica Bernades have just been putting on a clinic this year. And then the seniors, the senior leaders in the starting 5, Addie Twidwell, Abby Johnson, and Kelsey Sorrell. Hawley Nuggets are coached by, I found out today, 2-time Hall of Famer Bill Gottenberg. I was telling someone before the game, I think he should be a Hall of Famer, and he said he already is. And I said, oh, well, I was right for once. Very fond of Coach Gottenberg. He's always been good to me whenever I've covered his teams, and also worked with his son when I was a part-timer at the Fargo Forum when I was in college. Andrew Gottenberg. Shout out, Andrew. But the guy's a Hall of Famer for a reason. He knows his stuff. Matching up with Breckenridge's head coach, Austin Imdeck. And jumping up, it's going to be Anna Steer and Addie Twidwell. Twidwell wins the tip. Abby Johnson tracks it down, gets it to Jonica Bernades. Bernades crosses the timeline. Hawley going out with a man-to-man. Bernades swings it to Abby Johnson. Johnson to Twidwell at the top of the key. Twidwell to Kelsey Sorrell. Sorrell drives into the paint, kicks it out to Parker Yagi on the perimeter. Yagi to Jonica Bernades. Bernades feeds it to Addie Twidwell. Swings it to Sorrell on the right side. Pick and roll action in, stolen away. Hawley's out and running. The 8th grader, Katie Vetter, has it. Gets it to the top of the key to Ingrid Rustad. Anna Steer with the ball. She loves to get downhill. Drives inside. She's got a trio of Cowgirls waiting there for her. Gets tied up for a jump ball with Parker Yagi. So possession arrow, or actually Kelsey Sorrell. Possession arrow goes to the Nuggets. Anna Steer gets it into Rustad. Rustad drives inside, puts up the floater off the mark. Addie Twidwell with the board. Twidwell gets it up to Abby Johnson. Johnson dribbling up the left side of the floor. Picks it up like she's going to pull the 3. Goes inside, Addie Twidwell. 4-2. Not a bad way to celebrate your senior night. Get the first points of the game. Twidwell, a heck of a defensive presence. And now an answer. 2 points from Izzy Steer. Like I said, did not get to play that last matchup against Breckenridge, so she's got some lost time to make up for it. Oh, Jonica Bernades, the heck of a move. Free herself up and then throws it out to the corner. You do not see dribble packages like that from many players, let alone freshmen in the area. Gets inside to Twidwell. Twidwell looking for her second bucket. Ends up sailing out of bounds. Was not blocked. Breckenridge coaching staff thought it was tipped. So Anna Steer will bring the ball up. Gets it to Izzy Steer. Back to Anna Steer. Swung out to the left corner to Izzy Steer. Shot is off the mark, rebounded by Parker Yagi. Yagi looking to push the tempo. Changes speeds and then gets to the cup. And right-handed scoop shot off the mark, but she does get the foul. Pair of free throws coming for Yagi, who for a bulk of the season was shooting above 90%. Might have dropped down a little bit after the WAP Rec game. Had a few uncharacteristic misses. Yagi's first free throw is up and good. My apologies. Yagi trying to make it a 2-for-2 trip. And does. Got a little bit at the back of the rim. That's all right. Makes a make. Anna Steer. Steer. It's a screen from her sister. Drives inside for the mid-range pull-up. Off the mark. A little bit out of control on that one. Didn't really set and shoot. Kind of faded into it. Parker Yagi driving inside and draws a foul. That's the second foul she's drawn so far. And that one is on Anna Steer. So Jonica Bernades gets it into Abby Johnson. She's going to look to score, actually. She'll look to kick it out to Bernades. Bernades throws up a tough runner off the front iron, rebounded by Ingrid Rustad. Izzy Steer gets it up to Anna Steer. Steer's got some great quickness with the ball. Driving inside on Yagi. Kicks it back out, kicks it out to Rustad. Rustad near the top of the key. Heads it off to Katie Vetter. Drive inside from Anna Steer. That was a nice left-handed layup, but off the mark. Izzy Steer comes away with it, puts up the right-handed shot, off the mark. Rebounded by Abby Johnson. Jonica Bernades with the ball, and she gets called for a travel. So after that turnover, we got a 4-2 game. 3 minutes into this ball game. Breckenridge in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Steer, Parker Yagi guarding her. Should be a fun matchup tonight. Feeds it into the high post. Emma Brookshire gets kicked out to Katie Vetter, who drops in the three. Not bad, 8th grader. Katie Vetter gives her squad the 5-4 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Then she'll come up to try to guard Jonica Bernades. Actually, Rustad's on her. She's tasked with arguably an even tougher job guarding Parker Yagi. Yagi drives inside and misses it. Anna Steer pulls up for the mid-range shot. Off the mark. Bernades tipped it. Abby Johnson came down with it for the rebound. Gets it up to Kelsey Sorrell. Sorrell skip pass over the right wing to Bernades. Bernades feeds it in the corner to Yagi. Addie Twidwell with it. Swings it over to Johnson. Sorrell puts up a corner three and drops it in. Kelsey Sorrell for three. Another bucket from a senior on senior night. 7-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Steer, or Izzy Steer, I should say. Katie Vetter. Oh, Sorrell might have got away with a bit of a bump there. Izzy Steer drops in the three. She's got 5 points early on. 8-7 Hawley lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 13:35 remaining in this opening half. Jonica Bernades gets it to Abby Johnson. Back to Bernades. Bernades drives inside against Brookshire. Brookshire blocks it and rebounds it. Heck of an effort there by the post. Listed at 6-1. And that three-pointer's off. Rebounded by Parker Yagi. Yagi looking to drive to the middle of the paint. Gets it to Sorrell. Tries to feed it to Twidwell, but Brookshire comes away with it, and a travel is called. Sydney Roberts checking in for her first action tonight. Roberts is a sophomore on this squad, so got a few years of varsity left in her future, like so many of these girls. Jonica Bernades gets it into Abby Johnson. 8-7 Hawley in the lead, 13:03 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernades feeds it to Twidwell on the pick and roll action. Left-handed layup is up and good. Addie Twidwell's second bucket of the night. 12:49 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 9-8 Breckenridge lead. Rustad with Roberts guarding. Going to get downhill, gets it to Vetter. Katie Vetter loses her dribble and then has the pass. Oh, threw it out of bounds. I thought that was tipped, but evidently not. 9-8. Breckenridge in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernades with the ball. Gets it to Addie Twidwell, a few feet behind the top of the key. Johnson swings it to Parker Yagi near the top of the key. She's looking to get into the paint. Gets it to Roberts. Roberts, dribble kick to Bernades for three. Off the mark. Yagi pulls down the rebound, and he gets tied up for a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Breckenridge. 12:14 remaining in this opening half. 9-8 Breckenridge in the lead. Jonica Bernades looking for an open teammate. Gets it into Sydney Roberts, yes, my apologies. Back to the right corner to Bernada. She gets a ball screen. Feeds into the corner to Roberts on the right side of the floor. Addie Twidwell looking to post up, and a reach called on Marissa Allis, who just checked in the game a little bit ago. Third team foul. Inbounded to Parker Yagi. Yagi kicks out to Jonica Bernardes for a corner three. Off the back iron. Breckenridge having a tough time getting the threes to fall, other than the one Kelsey Sorrell hit. Abby Johnson's short-range shot off the mark. Rebounded by the Nuggets. Anna Steer to Izzy Steer. Back to Anna Steer. Anna Steer with the mid-range jumper. Loves that mid-range game. Off the mark, but Hawley follows it for a rebound of their own. He gets tied up for another jump ball. So possession arrow goes to Hawley this time. Twidwell just sent the Hawley Nugget player flying. Emily Gowan checking in. Second substitution for the Cowgirls so far. Inbounded to Anna Steer. Steer fakes the handoff, drives baseline, and tries to dish it to the other side, but Sydney Roberts is there to swipe it away for the steal. Sydney Roberts, a great 3-and-D player. Kicks out to Abby Johnson for three. Got it! All three of the senior starters have a field goal now. I'm going to feel really silly if I find out it's not senior night. I'm starting to second guess it when they didn't honor them. Izzy Steer dishes it off to Isabel Johnson, the sophomore who just checked in the game a little bit ago. Rustad feeds it into the post to Allis. Allis feeds it to Izzy Steer. Loses her dribble. Oh, might have got away with a little bit of a walk there. That's all right. London play. Anna Steer drives baseline, and we got a timeout called by the Nuggets. Breckenridge's fans really happy with the defense. I can't blame them. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. Cowgirls lead 12-8. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on P92.7 FM.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School for Game 2 of this Breckenridge Hawley doubleheader. Cowgirls lead 12-8 against the Nuggets. And inbounding it is Anna Steer. Izzy Steer with a beautiful fake pass and gets the N1 to fall. This is N1 free throw brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, your local State Farm agents in Wapton and Breckenridge. Did I mention that Isabel Steer's absence was noticed in the last game? I think it's pretty obvious. She's got 7 points. Make it 8. She's got 8 of her squad's 11. Her team trails by 1. 10:48 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernada is bringing up the ball. Ooh, shakes the defender. Beautiful Euro step, but the spin layup is off the mark. Anna Steer. Do not be surprised if she is going to drive into the paint and then pull up for a mid-range shot. Brookshire, turnaround jumper off the mark. Jonica Bernades with the board. Bernades gets the ball screen from Twidwell. Kicks it out to Abby Johnson. She's going to put up another 3. Made her last one, but not that one. Brookshire ends up getting leveled by Twidwell, and she is down for the count. Definitely banged up, and they're going to call the injury timeout. Addie Twidwell and Brookshire got tied up. Let's hope she's all right. Emma Brookshire, let's hope she didn't end up kind of hitting her head on the floor. She definitely looks banged up. And it looks like she did bang her head. Head coach Bill Gottenberg will help her out. So Marissa Allis will check back in. I think she just needs a breather quick. Hawley ball. after the game was stopped for the injury timeout. 10:02 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Drive inside. And back out to Anna Steer. Rustad kicked it out to her. Anna Steer looking to drive on Emily Gowan. What a great defensive sequence there, but Steer ended up shaking her, and some great ball movement set up Olives, but she did not come away with the make. Jonica Bernades, not sure how she tipped up that rebound that she tracked down. Bernades to Gowan to Yagi. Yagi, dribble kick to Roberts. Roberts puts up the shot, ends up going off the back iron. Gets it to Addie Twidwell, puts up the mid-range shot. Off the mark. Sydney Roberts got tied up. Oh, they're going to call a push. Thought that was going to be a jump ball. Looked like they both had the ball. That's actually going to be a foul on Isabel Johnson. First foul on her. Fourth on the Nuggets. Cowgirls only one foul so far, and it was on Jonica Bernades. 9:26 remaining in this opening half. So only one foul, and they're almost halfway through the first half. That is impressive from the Cowgirls. That and definitely a testament that they're letting the girls play out there. Addie Twidwell looking to back down the defender. Shot is off the mark. Rebounded by the Nuggets. It's a good look for the Cowgirls. Just did not convert. 9:12 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 12-11. Hawley trails Breckenridge. Rustad with the ball. Ingrid Rustad feeds it into the post area. Olives. Oh, double dribble. There you go. I am not one to ever criticize, but sometimes I can't help myself to say what I think the call should be. And every now and then I get it right. Erin Bloffus checking in for her first action of the night. Jonica Bernades crosses the timeline. Kicks it out to Emily Gowan. She's gotten better throughout the year. In her first real varsity season. Parker Yagi going to the crossover, has her shot blocked, but pulls it down, showing off the strength. Gets it out to Jonica Bernades for three. Off the back iron as the Cowgirls, or Bernades struggles to knock down her deep shots. Rustad, Sydney Roberts guarding. Roberts and Gowan, both great defenders off the bench. Gotta love that. As Erin Bloffus forces the tough miss, Parker Yagi comes away with the board. Yagi swings it over to Sydney Roberts. Roberts back to Yagi. Yagi waves Gowan through. Gowan doing a good job to try to shake her defender. Gets it back to Yagi. Skipped out to the left corner to Sydney Roberts. Three is off the mark. And gets tied up for a jump ball. And first Roberts tried tying it up, and then Bloffus tried tying it up. And then when they ripped it away from Bloffus, they were back in the arms of Roberts. And when we were not sure if Grace Nicholson was going to be back in the game in the lineup today, we have our answer. Grace Nicholson checking in for her first action. And Addie Twidwell relieving Erin Bloffus after a quick breather. Gowan will be inbounding it. Parker Yagi going to put up a three off the inbound. Off the mark, Addie Twidwell with the board. Twidwell draws the foul. You know who else is back in the game? Emma Brookshire. So glad to see that she shook off that head injury. Gowan gets it into Twidwell. Gowan drives inside, puts up the floater, and drops in the teardrop. Emily Gowan drops in the two. Nuggets trailing by three. Vetter feeds it into Brookshire. Brookshire looking to do some inside-out action. Gets it out to the left corner. They go back into Brookshire. Hand off to Izzy Steer. He's having a fantastic half so far. Maybe a little bit of contact, but no call. Parker Yagi with the ball. Gets it out onto the left side, and Gowan kicks it out. Got Brookshire out off her feet, and then Parker Yagi gets the follow-up and draws the foul. And they're kind of taking let them play to another level here. I'm here for it. Parker Yagi so far, 2 points, both coming off free throws. She's 2 for 2. Looking to double her point total with this trip to the stripe. Rattles the first one in. makes it a 4-point game as Jonica Bernardes checks in for Emily Gowan. Been impressed by Gowan in her play off the bench this season. Looking forward to see her continue to grow as a varsity player. Only a freshman, another one of those outstanding freshmen, as her classmate Parker Yagi makes it another 2-for-2 trip. 16-11 with 7:03 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Steer directing traffic. Dribbled in front of the Breckenridge student section, which has increased in size. I kind of forgot about all the people they lose for the JV and the freshman games. As Brookshire airballs the short-range shot. Just trying to swish it through. Jonica Bernardes, right-handed shot on the left side, off the mark. Brookshire with the board. Izzy Steer with the ball. Crosses the timeline. She's got 8 of their 11 points. Vetter has got the other 3, is going to get a pair of free throws. 16-11, Cowgirl lead. 6:28 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That is the first foul on Addie Twidwell. Only the second team foul. Vetter drops in the first free throw. Katie Vetter going to try to make this a 2-for-2 trip. Her team is so far 2-2 at the stripe. And make it 2-for-3 after that miss, but the offensive rebound is hauled down, and then a foul is called right after. And that is on Grayson Nicholson. Like I said, just returned to the varsity lineup after missing some games with an injury. Actually got a hand on that pass, I believe. Izzy Steer kicks it out. Katie Vetter hands it off to Anna Steer. Parker Yagi guarding. Like I said, a tough assignment. Katie Vetter going to put up her 3 and off the mark. Rebounded by Addie Twidwell. Twidwell gets it up to Bernardes. Jonica Bernardes kicks it out to the corner. Grace Nicholson put up a 3 and drop it in. Welcome back, Grace Nicholson. Comes in, brings some effort defensively, and then follows it up with a triple. Love to bring some more 3-and-D gals off the bench, I am sure, for head coach Austin Imdek. Brookshire kicks it out to the right corner. Izzy Steer for 3. Off the mark. Brookshire follows it, though. And they're going to call a foul on the ground. Addie's second foul, Aaron Blofus checking into the ball game. With Twidwell heading to the bench. Twidwell missed the bulk of the first half in the Watt Breck game. Fouls really plagued that team as a whole in the Watt Breck game. .533 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 19-12, Breckenridge in the lead. Anna Steer with the ball. Still has yet to score in this game. Brookshire gets it to Steer. Anna Steer drives inside. Runner is up and 2. I jinxed her. Said she hadn't scored yet, or reverse jinxed her. 19-14, Breckenridge in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Kelsey Sorrell gets it to Abby Johnson. Gets it to Aaron Blofus in the corner. Kelsey Sorrell back to Johnson. Parker Yagi, jab step drive right side, and she'll draw the foul. Now the fouls have been piling up out of nowhere. And the foul is on number 2, Isabel Johnson, her second foul. And the 17th foul, so 1-1 for Yagi. And she misses it. Another rare miss from Yagi, but Abby Johnson pulls down the rebound. Gets it to Jonica Bernardes. Quick drive to the rack. Loses it, and then he gets tied up for a jump ball. We've seen a lot of those tonight. And it will be Nugget ball. (19-14), Breckenridge in the lead. 4:52 remaining in this opening half. Anna Steer, who just got her first bucket. We'll see if that gets her going. Parker Yagi kind of alone on an island. Steer kicks it out. Good ball movement, sets up an open 3, and it's good. Ingrid Rustad with a bucket. Just like that, Nuggets have cut the lead to 2. We'll see how the Cowgirls respond. Kelsey Sorrell with it in the right corner. Drives inside and draws the foul. At least one free throw coming her way. 4:28 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this opening half. Sydney Roberts checking into the ball game for Abby Johnson. Sorrell so far has 3 points. Knocked down a triple early on in this ball game. Free throw is up and good. Breckenridge so far 5 of 6 at the stripe. Yagi shooting the first 5. Sorrell puts it up. And as it go off the front iron, Blofis tries to keep it alive, but the Nuggets come away with it. Anna Steer with the ball. Driving on Roberts. Hollis swings it around. Izzy Steer is going to pull the trigger real quick and drop it in for 3 to tie it up. Izzy Steer. What a ball player, and only a sophomore. She's got 11 of her team's 20 points, keeping them in this. Parker Yagi with the ball. Yagi kicks it out to Bernades on the right wing. Bernades drives to the elbow area. Gets it out to Kelsey Sorrell. Parker Yagi now has it on the right wing. Gets a ball screen from Sorrell. Step back, thought about the 3. Gets it to Sorrell on a pick and pop instead. Back to Yagi. Beautiful dish off to Aaron Blofis, but there's going to be a foul on Yagi. Heck of a pass, but then just kind of kept running and bulldozed the defender. 20-20 your score. Essentially the opposite of what you should think of when you think of my vision. 3:43 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Steer crosses the timeline. Sydney Roberts tasked with slowing Steer down. Johnson. Oh, beautiful back cut by Izzy Steer, and a body foul. And 1. Lobs had good position, but did not get the call. Two-point bucket for Izzy Steer. Steer now up to 13 points, trying to make it 14, and she does. It's a friendly roll off the front of the rim. Jonica Bernades bringing up the ball. Bernades crosses the timeline. Gets it to Kelsey Sorrell, who's going to look to get to the cup. And body foul on Izzy Johnson. She's got 3 fouls off the bench. So we're just going to let her keep rolling with it. Sorrell drops in the free throw. Made the front end free throw the last time up too, but missed the second one. Katie Vetter back in the game. Also checking in, Destiny Salinas. I remember played a decent amount in the opener this year. Or I mean, it's not the opener. The first time these two teams played this year. Sorrell gets a very friendly roll on that one. She's 3 of 4 at the stripe. Breckenridge's free throws keeping them in this. They trail by 1. Anna Steer kicks it in the left corner. Shot is up, off the mark. Izzy Steer follows it, but cannot score. Kelsey Sorrell pulls down the board, gets it to Jonica Bernades. Bernades to Aaron Blofis. She's going to put up a 3-pointer, and off the left side of the iron, and Hawley is out and running. Pull-up shot from Anna Steer is rattled in for 2. Anna Steer's second bucket of the game. 25-22, Hawley in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernades gets it to Aaron Blofis on the right elbow area. Doesn't know that there's no defender behind him. She can just turn around. Bernades now has it. Blofis swings it to Yagi. Gets a ball screen from Blofis. Yagi loses her handle. And he gets tied up for another jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Breckenridge. 2:22 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley 25, Breckenridge 22. Kelsey Sorrell looking for an open teammate, gets it into Jonica Bernades on the right wing. Bernades thought about driving on Salinas, Actually had it stripped loose, but she tracked it back down. Good defense here, senior on freshman. Parker Yagi with the ball in the right corner, gets a ball screen from Kelsey Sorrell. Yagi dishes it off to Sydney Roberts. Her shot is off the mark. Izzy Steer looking to push the tempo. Tosses it up to Anna Steer. She drives baseline on the left side. And now into the lane. Nice little turnaround shot on the right side for 2. That is how you set up a turnaround. 27-22 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley leading Breckenridge. Parker Yagi with the ball on the right wing. Ends up having it tied up for another jump ball. Said that a few times today. I got to find a jump ball sponsor for these sporting events. If that's something of interest to you, hit me up. 27-22 Hawley in the lead, 1:30 remaining. Anna Steer gets it to Salinas on the left wing. Feeds it to Rustad, but Rustad stepped out of bounds. Abby Johnson checks into the ball game for Kelsey Sorrell. Aaron Blofus will inbound it to Jonica Bernades. Did not look too happy. She had to wait for someone to inbound it. Jonica Bernades crosses the timeline. Gets it to Parker Yagi on the left wing, who still has yet to get a field goal tonight. Bernades has it as Abby Johnson is trying to set a screen, ended up getting bulldozed. So 1-and-1 free throws coming. Fouls on Salinas. The first foul on Salinas. 1:09 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Abby Johnson. It's got 3 points so far. Make it 4. That free throw make. Gonna try to make it a 2-for-2 trip. Breckenridge has been solid at the stripe. And 2-for-2 trip for Johnson. So the Nuggets. Anna Steer with it. Nuggets up 27-24. Just under a minute left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Steer thought about driving on Bernades instead. It swung around the perimeter. Back to Steer. Feeds into the high post to Izzy Steer. Back out to Anna Steer. Izzy Steer has 14 points here in the opening half. Over half of her squad's points. They try to go to Salinas in the post area. Gets batted away and stolen. Jonica Bernades. 28 seconds remaining. Trying to get the ball in Bernades' hands for one final shot. Don't know if she'll be taking it, but she'll be setting it up possibly. 18 seconds. 17. They got to be lucky to not get a 5 call. They feed it to Yagi, who draws the foul. Parker Yagi, 4 points so far here in this game. 4 or 5 at the line. Missed a 1-and-1 after making her first 4. Yagi's free throw is up and good. As good of a free throw shooter as I have probably covered for the Breckenridge girls. Or the boys. Free throws up. Actually, I remember E.J. Engen having a pretty wicked free throw percentage. But Yagi's got a little bit more of a sample size here to pull from, so I'm going to give her a little more credit. 27-26, 10 seconds remaining. Izzy Steer with the ball. Gets it over to Anna Steer. 5 seconds remaining. Anna Steer looking to drive. 3, 2, 1, and Breckenridge holds strong on the final possession. Let's keep it a 1-point game at the half. 27-26 your score. Take a quick break. Come back for your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com. Buyer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Wapaton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wapaton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency. When you need care, you want to know it's close to where you live, work, and play. That's why at Sanford Health, we're committed to providing you with the care you need, when you need it, right here where you call home. Dr. Dylan Torgerson is a family medicine physician that offers care for the entire family in Wapaton. And it's always easy to make an appointment with convenient clinic locations, hours, and online options that fit your schedule. Find your provider, Dr. Dylan Torgerson, at sanfordhealth.org or by calling 642-7000.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride, we inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Hey, friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Welcome to our second Mincode Ag Products halftime show of the day, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Bluff is here with your stat rundown for the half, and oh boy, what a half for Izzy Steer. I think, maybe that I can say for sure, almost for certain, that if she plays in that game that Breckenridge plays in, it's a very, very competitive matchup. Breckenridge ended up winning by 20 last time they played when she was out, and now look at that. Breckenridge trails by 1 on their home floor, with Izzy Steer going for 14 in the opening half. Yes, 14 of her team's 27 points as they lead 27-26. How'd she get that 14 points? She hit a pair of threes, a pair of free throws, and then she had 3 twos to her name as well. You know who else had 3 twos to her name? Anna Steer, her sister. So 20 points from the Steer gals, and then Katie Vetter, the 8th grader, hit a 3 and then a free throw, so she had 4. And Ingrid Rustad also had a 3. So the Hawley Nuggets totaling 4 3-pointers in the half, on their way to 27 points and the 1-point lead at halftime. How did Breckenridge get there? 26 points. They got 6 apiece from Parker Yagi and Kelsey Swirl. Yagi got all 6 of her points at the free throw line. She went 6 of 7 there in the opening half. Half of Kelsey Swirl's points also came at the free throw line. She was 3 of 4 and hit a triple. Abby Johnson also hit a triple along with a pair of free throws. So Breckenridge so far, they've shot 13 free throws, and they have made 11 of them. And head coach Austin Imdeck has to be very happy with the way his team's been shooting at the stripe this year. So like I said, 6 points from Yagi, 6 points from Sorrell, 5 from Johnson. Addie Twidwell had 4 points as well. Grace Nicholson hit a 3 off the bench. Breckenridge has 3 threes on the night. And then Emily Gowan had 2 points as well. So they have just as many. They only have 6 field goal makes here in this ball game, which is pretty outrageous. As far as to only be down by 1 when you only have the 6 field goal makes, that's pretty impressive. Half of them are threes. As I said, Sorrell, Johnson, and Nicholson all have threes. Addie Twidwell got a pair of 2s, and Emily Gowan had a 2 of her own. So 5 points off the bench for the Cowgirls. No bench points from Hawley so far in this ball game, but we'll see if that changes here in the second half. We'll take a quick break on this Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Once again, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We are your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
At Twin Town Villa, it's all about comfort, security, peace of mind, and quality of life. Twin Town Villa would like to extend an invitation to you to stop in and see what the gold standard of assisted living is all about. Twin Town Villa has 1 and 2 bedroom apartments, all spacious and fully functional. The list of amenities is endless. Their mission centers around family, with assistance, supportive services, and quality health care too. Check them out on Facebook and then make the call to Twin Town Villa, 643-9542, the gold standard of assisted living. Twin Town Villa, Breckenridge.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care that you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there are no appointments necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekends. Quality care close to home. You get the fine care for home injuries, common illness, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
And welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. If you didn't know, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turntable Office here, the band doing a very nice job with the school song here that I'm scared to admit I don't remember it. I'm scared my choir teacher is going to come flying from the rafters. I remember parts of it, but not all of it. I wonder if they still sing that in choir. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm glad to see that the Cowgirls are actually singing along to it on the bench. That makes me happy. And Breckenridge Cowgirls head into the second half, trailing 27-26 to the Hawley Nuggets. So we're about to wrap up the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show with the outstanding play from Izzy Steer. Boy, she put on a clinic in the opening half. It was fun to see her, really to show her stuff after missing the first matchup with the Cowgirls. Sure, Breckenridge would say we wouldn't really mind if she missed this matchup again too, but I look at it as you want to get better, you got to play against really good competition. So you should ask for their best shot every time. But at the same time, obviously, you want the win. Cowgirl ball. Cowgirls ran to the wrong end right away. That's That happens every now and then. It's a lot funnier when it happens at football games, though, when you got to migrate 11 dudes from one side of a 100-yard field to another. I'm not 100% sure what we're doing here. I guess they're waiting for the band to get out of there. It looks like the official is helping them get all their stuff out of there. Can the band not be present? This is news to me. I remember the band being around when I was at high school games. I don't know. I'm probably just misremembering things, but you got to hold up a game to get rid of the band? It's a funny world we live in. Alrighty, Abby Johnson inbounded to Jonica Bernades. Well, why were all that an issue but not the drum kit? Okay. Jonica Bernades back to the game. 17:53 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Give and go action to Addie Twidwell out of the break. And layup is no good. Rebounded by Anna Steer. Ingrid Rustad with the ball. Looks over to Coach Goddenberg. He's telling Anna Steer, get up there and run the show. Steer back to Rustad. Nuggets can take their sweet time. Cowgirls dropping back in his zone. Nuggets feeling it out a little bit. Izzy Steer, you can tell there's some miscommunication there. Kelsey Sorrell was supposed to be closing out on her a little earlier. Instead, Izzy Steer is going to get a three-pointer added to her already fantastic game. She's got 17 on the night. Nobody else is even close. Next closest scorer is 6 points. And that's on either team. Anna Steer's got 6. Pair of Cowgirls got 6. Try to go with Twidwell again. And went off of her and out of bounds. So 17:07 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nuggets up 30-26. Cowgirls gonna have to slow down Izzy Steer if they want to win this game, who has been the best player on the floor tonight by a mile. Trying to go to Brookshire in the post. Anna Steer with a nice back cut. Caught the backside of the zone sleeping and goes in for 2. Very high basketball IQ on Anna Steer. Doesn't want Izzy Steer stealing all her thunder. Parker Yagi drives inside, and her layup does not drop. But she's going back to the charity stripe. Once again, all of her points at the free throw line. 6-7 so far. She'll get 2 more tries here. First free throw is up and does not find its mark. That was the second foul on Brookshire, by the way. So Yeage's second free throw miss of the night. And drops in the second. It's usually a given. If she misses one, she's probably going to follow it up with a make on the next one. 5-point game. Cowgirls trailing the Nuggets. Anna Steer driving on Yeage. Great defense by Yeage. Forcing her to kick it out to Izzy Steer. Swings it over to Ingrid Rustad. Rustad to Katie Vetter. Katie Vetter with Abby Johnson guarding. Anna Steer has her shot blocked by Addie Twidwell. Parker Yeage comes down with the rebound after it got tipped. Kelsey Sorrell tries to feed it inside to Steer, but sailed the pass too high, out of bounds. Anna Steer bringing up the ball. Her team leads 32-27 with 15:50 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Gets it out to Katie Vetter, the 8th grader. Kicks it out to Ingrid Rustad on the left corner. Rustad up to Izzy Steer at the top of the key. Boy, is she ready to shoot. Off the mark, though, rebounded by Abby Johnson. That is the definition of a quick release. Hands and feet ready to shoot. Addie Twidwell, and 1. That's the spark her squad is looking for. And you don't usually see them go into the paint this much with Twidwell, but they must have seen something in their last matchup that they thought they could expose. So, I mean, I've seen them go into her a decent amount this year, but it never seems to be. It's like a focus on every possession. This game, it kind of does. Twidwell's next free throw is up. Off the mark. First free throw attempt for her of the game. So she'll start off 0 for 1 as Anna Steer will get into the paint and drop in another 2-point bucket. Jonica Bernades to Abby Johnson. Tries to feed it into the post to Twidwell. It's batted out to Bernades. Bernades with a beautiful scoop layup to drop it in for 2. Her first points of the night. Not very often you see her get held scoreless in a half. 3-pointers up from Anna Steer and drops it in. These Steer sisters are something else. She's got 7 points this half already more than she had in the first half when she had 6. 13 points for her, 17 for Izzy Steer. 34-34 ball game. Or my apologies, 37-31 ball game. As Kelsey Sorrell drives in for 2. Anna Steer tries to drive on Yagi, kicks it out to Katie Vetter. Vetter to Brookshire in the short corner. Nice tip by Bernades, tries to get out to loose ball. She's going to get a foul instead, her second. Good hustle on the play, though. Bernades guarding Izzy Steer. 14-18 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Steer with the ball. After it got thrown onto her side of half court, she crosses the timeline, gets it to Izzy Steer. Back to Anna Steer. Steer drives inside. Pull-up jumper. Had Izzy Steer open in the corner, but settled for the jumper. She missed it, but she came down with a loose ball. Izzy Steer's shot was blocked out of bounds. $13:59 remaining in this ballgame on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls trail Hawley 37-33. Izzy Steer puts up a corner 3, wide open, nothing but net. Izzy Steer, what a ball game. She's got half of her team's 40 points. And then her and Anna Steer combined have just as many points as the Cowgirls. Addie Twidwell. It's it over to Jonica Bernades. She gets a ball screen. It's still a 7-point game. Abby Johnson drives into the paint, kicks it out to Addie Twidwell. Wide open for 3. She puts it up, off the mark. And Katie Vetter tracks it down in the corner of the gym. It's up to Anna Steer, who, as always, is going to push the tempo and then go to that pull-up for 2. Anna Steer's had 6 points at halftime. Got 9 here in the second. 9-point game. Breckenridge trails. As Hawley looks to get revenge for when Breckenridge picked up a win on their home floor. Jonica Bernades wide open for 3. They love that action, but off the mark. Kelsey Sorrell follows it, gets tied up along with Ingrid Rustad. Possession arrow goes to Hawley. I swear there's something wrong with this hoop tonight, because whoever has to shoot on this hoop had their lesser halves in both of the matchups tonight. My new conspiracy theory. I'm going to have the hoops measured tomorrow. Anna Steer hands it off to Rustad. Rustad with Sydney Roberts guarding. She just checked in the game a little bit ago for Kelsey Sorrell. Anna Steer backing down Yagi. And they're going to call foul on the ground on Yagi. So 42-33 with 12:35 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Isabel Johnson checks into the game. Remember, she had 3 fouls in the opening half alone. So she might have to play a little safer this time around as Izzy Steer gets fouled. Kind of a silly foul there by the Cowgirls. That's Addie Twidwell's third. Erin Blofus will not check into the game. They were going to check her in, but they changed their mind. They realized there was only 3 fouls. They'll settle for that. Izzy Steer looking to go to work on Sydney Roberts, who blocked it, but is also called for the foul. So Izzy Steer heading to the line. Already got 20 points on the night. Steer got a pair of triples here in the second half. She's got 4 on the night. Rattles in the free throw. Steer sisters have scored all but 7 of the points for their team tonight. And the only points of the second half. 1 for 2 trip after that missed free throw. Jonica Bernades Kicks it out to Abby Johnson for an open three on the left wing. Off the mark, and Anna Steer with the board. Steer drives inside, pulls up, and misses the shot, but Addie Twidwell tracks it down for the board. Gets it to Jonica Bernades. Bernades struggling from the field a little bit tonight. Yagi drives inside and drops in her first field goal of the night. That's got to be big for her to see, and now we got a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. 43-35 is your score, with the Hawley Nuggets leading the Breckenridge Cowgirls here at Breckenridge High School. And now I was hoping to take a timeout. Looks like I had a little bit of an internet issue, so I guess we'll hang here. But I cannot stop raving about these Steer sisters, if you cannot tell, because they have just been worth the price of admission here tonight. But looks like we got the internet issue worked out. We'll take a very quick... No, we will not. Oh, boy. Isn't it fun listening to when I suffer on the air? You guys should listen to me 2 to 6 every day. All I do is suffer there and talk about my love of Taco Tuesday, and I haven't had any tacos today. Anyways, on the floor for the Cowgirls, Addie Twidwell, Parker Yagi, Jonica Bernades, Sydney Roberts, and Emily Gowan. On the floor for the Nuggets, going to give Izzy Steer a quick break. So Anna Steer, Ingrid Rustad, as well as Emma Brookshire, Isabel Johnson, and Katie Vetter. Anna Steer continuing her hot second half with a pair of free throws coming her way. 11:47 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. If Steer can knock these 2 free throws down, that'll put them up by double digits. First one off the mark. It's her first trip to the free throw line tonight. Doesn't draw a lot of fouls when a lot of her game consists of pulling up before there's contact. You know, pulling up for the quick mid-range pull before anyone can get to her and contest it. 1 for 2 trip for Anna Steer. Jonica Bernades. It's over to Emily Gowan on the right wing. Cowgirls trailing by 9, 11:38 remaining. Bernades swings over to Emily Gowan. They go inside to Addie Twidwell, and Anna Steer comes up with a block. Anna Steer tries to drive inside, has her shot blocked by Twidwell. Emily Gowan comes away with it. Gowan swings it over to Bernades. Bernades drives in for the floater, off the mark, and batted out of bounds. They're going to say it's Hawley ball. 44-35 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Steer will get a breather now. Always got to keep one of them on the floor, though. Here's Izzy Steer in the game. I always respect when coaches do that. At least have one of your 2 best players on there at all times, just so nothing goes haywire. You got to have that scoring production, too, as the rest of the supporting cast only has 7 points. Rustad gets it to Johnson. Johnson looking to try to drive on Bernades. No luck. Katie Vetter now has it. Vetter gets it to Izzy Steer. And Steer guarded by Emily Gowan, who is a hound on the perimeter. Rustad looking to get downhill. Brookshire follows it and drops it in. Emma Brookshire for 2, her first points of the game. Makes it an 11-point lead. Hawley is looking to try to complete the sweep in Breckenridge tonight. Jonica Bernades drops in a tough bucket for 2. She's saying, not so fast. She's got a pair of buckets here in the game. Both of them coming in the second half. Rustad with the ball. Gets it to Izzy Steer. Izzy Steer with a deep 2, rattles it in. She is just shooting unconscious today. Jonica Bernades crosses half court. Swings it over to the left wing to Sydney Roberts. Roberts was going to get the ball screen. Tried to feed it in the post, but Brookshire swiped it away. Now Brookshire gets called for the travel. And Coach Bill Gottenberg, some words of wisdom. on how to avoid travels. I've been taking notes. Jonica Bernades gets it into Addie Twidwell. Back to Bernades. She gets it to Parker Yagi on the right wing. Give and go action to Bernades. Tried to dish it off to Twidwell, but a foul on the ground. (48-37) Hawley lead, 9:32 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Addie Twidwell gets the inbound, hands it off to Jonica Bernades. Now they go back to Twidwell on the post. Twidwell with a nice move to set up the left-handed layup. Addie Twidwell having one of her better offensive showings of the year. She's up to 8 points now. See if they continue to feed it inside to her. Anna Steer driving inside. Dishes it off to Brookshire. Izzy Steer has it at the top of the key. You got to go for the shot fake. You don't have to, I mean, but you're almost more likely to with how hot she's been outside. Anna Steer with a very tough runner off the mark. Brookshire follows it, has her shot blocked, and Jonica Bernades comes away with it. Cowgirls down by 9. Bernades drives baseline and puts up a floater, but foul on the ground. Back-to-back fouls drawn by Jonica Bernades. Destiny Salinas picked up both of them. And checking in the ballgame, Marissa Alles for Emma Brookshire. Addie Twidwell catches the inbound. Now they go back to her. They ran this action the last time around. And Addie Twidwell goes up for 2. She's got 10 on the night. Anna Steer drives into the paint. Puts up the short 2 and drops it in. Anna Steer. Heck of an athlete. Excited to see if she continues her basketball career next year. Parker Yagi to Addie Twidwell, and Twidwell is going to get called for the travel. Tough break for the Cowgirls. So checking in the ball game is Kelsey Sorrell. Anna Steer bringing the ball up. Emily Gowan guarding. Steer kicks it out to the corner. It's Katie Vetter. She tries to get to Salinas, who somehow saves it. Izzy Steer comes away with it, misses the shot though. That's the first not great miss we've seen from her tonight. Gowan gets it to Bernades. Changes speed, sets up the right-handed scoop, and off the mark, but she'll get a pair of free throws. So Jonica Bernades heads to the charity stripe for 2. 7:42 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernades' first free throw is up and off the back iron. Tough night offensively for Bernades. See if she can make this a 1-2 trip. Next shot is up and got a very friendly roll. Drops in. So Bernades 1-for-2 trip. Anna Steer always in high gear. And the foul is on Emily Gowan. Anna Steer inbounding underneath her own basket. Pass was tipped by Gowan, so she'll get another crack at inbounding it. Breckenridge trying to figure out their matchups before the inbound play. Get it to Anna Steer on the handoff. Steer with Abby Johnson guarding. Gets it to Izzy Steer. Izzy Steer trying to direct Salinas. Kelsey Sorrell playing some good D. And Izzy Steer loses her dribble. Kelsey Sorrell comes away with it. Gets it over to Sydney Roberts, who drops in the layup. Gotta love that energy from your sixth man coming off the bench. Her first bucket of the game, and we have a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them. This timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. Breckenridge has cut the lead down to 6 You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Cowboys played the first game of this doubleheader. It wasn't actually originally scheduled as a doubleheader, but they had a makeup game. And they ended up falling 85-52, I believe, was the final. Yes, it was. Had to double check my box score sheet that I have on me. And now the Breckenridge Cowgirls have cut the lead to 6. They trail 50-44 with 7:04 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here at BHS. Anna Steer feeds Brookshire in the high post. Izzy Steer cuts off for Brookshire, puts up the elbow jumper and drops it in. Addie Twidwell seemed a little surprised when she put that one up. No, she knew that was in her repertoire. It looks like, judging by a couple of the assistant coaches on the Hawley staff, I don't know if they did either. Parker Yagi gets it to Abby Johnson. Johnson to Bernades, back to Johnson. Abby Johnson over to the right wing. Sorrell drives inside for the right-handed layup, but off the mark. Brookshire gets it to Izzy Steer. Izzy Steer, who's been on a tear with 23 points. Puts up a three, and got it, nothing but net. An absolute sniper. I got her down for 5 threes here in this ball game. Jonica Bernades to Abby Johnson. And now a fresh flight of defenders coming out to try to guard her. Jonica Bernades going to try to answer with a three of her own. Off the mark. Cowgirls trailing 55-44 with 5:50 remaining in this ball game. Anna Steer. Izzy Steer is up to 26 points. And I got to tell you, after watching her last year, she's taken such a big jump, which is not surprising. Freshman to sophomore is a big jump, but boy, I don't remember her being this good. Anna Steer, I do remember her being this good, though. Pull-up jumper is up off the back iron. Tracked down by Izzy Steer. Bernades guarding. Back to Anna Steer in the corner. She tries driving on Bernades. Hawley looking for a great shot, and Kelsey Sorrell swipes it away as Brookshire was the intended recipient. And Sorrell had it tipped out of bounds. So remain Breckenridge ball with 5:04 remaining. Sydney Roberts and Emily Gowan both checking in. Bernades crosses the timeline. I can't imagine Abby Johnson will be out for very long. Feed it to Addie Twidwell on the post. Kicks it out to Yagi. Swung over to the left corner to Bernades. Bernades, deep two, drops it in. Bernades has 7 points, all of them coming here in the second half, trying to keep her team in the game. They trail by 9. 55-46 with 4:35 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Steer going to drive on Emily Gowan. And Breckenridge was looking for a 5 call instead. Head coach Bill Gottenberg is going to take a timeout. And once again, we'll take a quick timeout with him. Your score, Hawley 55, Breckenridge 46. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, facing our toughest challenges head-on, believing that together we can build something better and take care of each other, because this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Essentia Health is where you belong. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cowgirls. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. As the Breckenridge Cowgirls trail 55-46 with 4:25 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge was just trying to get a 5 call, but head coach Bill Gottenberg had to call timeout to avoid that. 4:21 remaining. Emily Gowan Sydney Roberts tasked with slowing down Anna Steer. Steer lost the ball for a second, then grabbed it again and dropped it in for 2 more. Steers up to 20 points. Both of the Steer sisters up to 20 points. 14 of them coming in the second half for Anna. They've scored all but 4 of the points here in the second half and all but 11 in the game. 3-pointer for Parker Yagi. And now another quick timeout. We'll join them on, of course. Brought to you by High Camp Construction. Cowgirls trail 57-49. You're listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks pre-finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
After that High Camp Construction timeout, we are back at Breckenridge High School. It looks like the Cowgirls are going to throw on the full court press. 3:55 remaining. They trail 57-49. Anna Steer with the ball. She's got Sydney Roberts on her, one of Breckenridge's better defenders. Trying to hunker down, but she gets past her. Anna Steer kicks it out to Rustad. Hawley pretty content with chewing up as much clock as they need to. Jonica Bernardes trying to get a 5 call. And instead, Abby Johnson steals it away, so a turnover nonetheless. Johnson looking to get downhill. Beautiful Euro step for the 2. Abby Johnson, that's as good of a layup as I've seen from her. Cuts the lead to 6. 3:15 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Anna Steer comes right back with another layup. So hard to keep in front of her. 59-51, 3:03 remaining. And dangerous pass over to the left side to Bernardes. And another time, the Nuggets are getting in the passing lane here near the top of the key. Abby Johnson gets it to Jonica Bernardes in the right corner. She gets a ball screen from Johnson. Kicks it back to her on the pick and pop. Parker Yagi now has it. Breckenridge got to have a sense of urgency here as Parker Yagi is dribbling on the half-court circle, waiting for the play to start. And ends up tossing it away. Emily Gowan couldn't haul it in by the sideline, so not only did they chew up some clock, but didn't run the play correctly, it looks like. So turning on the full court press once again. And head coach Gottenberg's going to take another timeout. Guess what? This timeout is brought to you by High Camp Construction. Your score, Hawley 59, Breckenridge 51. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball, B92.7 FM, 2:35 remaining.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. High Camp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call High Camp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. We got a 59-51 game. Hawley in the lead with 2:35 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Game 2 of this doubleheader between Breckenridge and Hawley. Nuggets looking to complete the sweep on the night. Anna Steer drives by Roberts, and Abby Johnson's going to get called for the foul. Steer so far tonight is 1 for 2 at the stripe. Chasing her sister in the scoring column. Needs 4 more points to catch up with Izzy. First free throw is up. And good. (60-51), 2:25 remaining. Steer's second free throw coming. Shot is up and good. 2 for 2 trip. 50 points between the two Steer sisters. 50 of their 61. They've almost scored as many as Breckenridge. They trail 61-51. Parker Yagi on the right wing. Denies the screen, goes inside, and is going to draw the body foul, and 1. It's one way to get 3 points coming your way. Yagi so far with 15 points on the night. Oh, my apologies. 14 points on the night. No, it's 15. She makes the free throw. Cowgirls trail by 7. Izzy Steer with the ball. Emily Gowan guarding. And like I said, she is a hound on the perimeter. Parker Yagi trying to apply some pressure, as is Sydney Roberts. Anna Steer just running this clock out, as is Izzy Steer. Playing that 4-corner offense. Kind of just those two just playing catch with each other. Reverse layup off the mark. Abby Johnson with the board. Jonica Bernades pushing the tempo. Puts up a tough layup on the right side. Sydney Roberts comes away with it. Emily Gowan swings it to Parker Yagi for 3. Got it! Parker Yagi with a quick 6 points to cut the lead to 4. 1:24 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And a timeout taken by the Cowgirls. Once again, we'll take a quick one with them this timeout. It's kind of turned into a timeout fest here. Brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple. Integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. 61-57 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley in the lead. Inbounding it is going to be Katie Vetter, the 8th grader. They throw the 8th grader into a nice high-pressure situation. Looking for an open teammate. And gets it into Izzy Steer. They try to hit her with a double team. She almost steps out of bounds. Brookshire loses the ball, but they're going to call a kick. And they were trying to track down the loose ball, and one of the Breckenridge players actually sent it flying with her foot. So back to the inbound in front of the scores table. Once again, Breckenridge trails 61-57 with 1:12 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Izzy Steer with the ball. Emily Gowan guarding. Over to Anna Steer. Anna Steer Tries driving inside. And it's going to be a foul on the arm. And 1-and-1 free throw coming. That's the good news for Breckenridge. It's not a double bonus. Bad news is they only got a minute to cut down that 4-point lead. Anna Steer, so far in this ball game, 3 for 4. Misses that free throw, but Izzy Steer comes away with the board. And after Izzy Steer, maybe had a little bit of a push off there, and then Abby Johnson went for the reach, and it went sailing out of bounds. It's been a wild sequence here in the last minute of this ball game. I can't believe only like 5 seconds has passed in game time. Anna Steer with the ball. Sydney Roberts fouls her. Send her back to the stripe. Missed her last one. She had made 3 in a row before that miss. And it's 1-and-1 once again. 9 fouls on the Cowgirls. So the next one is double bonus. Shot is up and good. Anna Steer stretches the lead to 5. Steer. Anna Steer, that is. Ties her sister, 26 apiece for the Steer gals. Bernades crosses the timeline on the half-court circle. Gets it over to Gowan on the left wing. Gowan to Bernades. 39 seconds remaining. They got to get a shot up pretty soon here. Bernades trying to get a ball screen. Gets it in the corner to Sydney Roberts. Steps into a three-pointer. Off the mark. And we'll see who gets the rebound. There is a foul on the floor. Looks like Emily Gowan got sent flying. Well, she'll likely get a free throw coming her way. Foul on Anna Steer. So 1-and-1 free throws for Gowan. Gowan puts it up. And has to go off the front iron. Rebounded by Izzy Steer. Second big board in the last couple minutes of game time. And free throws here could put it away. Izzy Steer looking to regain the sole possession of the leading scorer in this game. 23.8 seconds remaining in this ball game. Nuggets up. Now 64-57 after that made free throw. (64-57). Next free throw is up and good. 2-for-2 trip for Anna Steer, who is now up to 28 points. 21 seconds remaining. Jonica Bernades drives inside, tries putting up the right-handed scoop layup on the left side, and no luck. That will do it. Anna Steer, likely do it. Crazier things have happened, but 13.3 seconds to get 8 points. Oof. I'd love to be wrong. I'd love some overtime right now, but I don't like my odds. Anna Steer now looking to tie it back up with her sister, I guess. She makes both of these. She makes the first one. Anna Steer has made her last 5. Next free throw is up and off the mark. Parker Yagi, 10 seconds remaining. Abby Johnson puts up the 3 and airballs it. Sydney Roberts tries saving it, and that will do it. 4.4 seconds remaining. And Coach Austin Imdeck saying no need to foul. I'm not sure if his girls heard him. And Izzy Steer gets it in, and what a night. 66-57, your final score. What a fun night of basketball. Even though the Cowgirls and Cowboys swept by the Nuggets on the varsity games, but still some great heart of legs basketball moments. First half of the boys game had a few moments there until the closing minutes when Hawley kind of stole the momentum, and then this game was tight till the end. I don't think the score is indicative of how tight this game actually was, even though it ended up being a 9-point win for the Nuggets, but that was kind of free throws at the end of the game. So we'll take a quick break here before we jump into the Miller Realty post-game show. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
Buyer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Wapaton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wapaton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency.
At Sanford Health, we're committed to providing you the care you need when you need it, right where you call home. We now offer cosmetic Botox services in Wapaton. It's always easy to make an appointment with convenient clinic locations, hours, and online options that fit your schedule. Find out more at sanfordhealth.org or by calling 642-7000. Cosmetic Botox services now available at Sanford Health in Wapaton. Call 642-7000.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Hello, my name is Jason Butts, proud parent of two little Breckenridge Cowboys. My family loves Breckenridge and feel lucky to have such great schools. Breckenridge schools excel due to their dedicated faculty and staff. They truly care for each individual student. They encourage and foster an atmosphere that creates self-pride and big brains in these kids that will lead the next generation. They make school cool. A good school is cornerstone to a good community, and we are so lucky to have that here in Breckenridge. Breck schools inspire my boys to excel, and for that, I have Breckenridge pride. Play the jingle.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome to the Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7. Looks like the Hawley Nuggets going to have a happy bus ride home, or buses. I assume they had to take a couple buses, but a very fun night for the Nuggets, claiming a pair of wins in the varsity showdowns. And for those who missed the boys game, the Breckenridge Cowboys were picked up a loss, did not really keep up with Hawley in the second half. Hawley really pulled away in the second half. I really struggled on trying to find a nice way to say that for all of you hometown listeners out there. But 85-52 is the final. I will say it was a fun first half for the Breckenridge boys game. It was only an 8-point game at half, and there was a buzzer beater before the half. So it should have only been a 6-point game if not for that buzzer beater at the half. So big momentum swing at the end of the first half led to the Breckenridge Cowboys, kind of getting pulled away from. But 66-57 the final here in the game that we are actually talking about here in the Miller Realty postgame show. And now for a breakdown of the scoring as the Steer sisters, holy, they just really balled out tonight. 14 points in each half from Izzy Steer and 27 points, 21 of them in the second half alone. That is incredible. 21 points in the second half alone for Anna Steer. So the two Steer sisters combined for 55 points. The Breckenridge Cowgirls as a roster combined for 57. So they scored all but 11 of their points, scoring those other 11. 4 points from Katie Vetter, 4 points from Emma Brookshire, and then Ingrid Rustad had 3. So they had, I'm going to divvy that up again. They had 7 points by non-Steer players in the opening half, and then if your last name isn't Steer, you only had 4 points in the second half. So what an incredible carry job by those two sisters, and absolute fun performance to watch from those two. Not as much if you're a Cowgirl fan, I know, but still, you got to appreciate awesome basketball players when you see them. Parker Yagi went for 18 points, got a dozen in the second half, and she had all 6 of her points at the charity stripe in the opening half. So, getting to the free throw line and getting to get some of those to drop in definitely helped and carried over to the second half. 10 points from Addie Twidwell. Like I said, she was a real presence early on in the game. 8 points from Kelsey Sorrell, 7 apiece from Jonica Bernades. All 7 of her came in the second half, by the way. And Abby Johnson also had 7. 3 points off the bench from Grace Nicholson, who buried a triple in the opening half. And then Emily Gowan had 2 points. as well. Oh, almost forgot about Sydney Roberts. She had 2 points as well in the 66-57 loss. So take a very quick break, come back with your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, and then your player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health. You've been listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
And welcome back to the Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 FM. And as we always do, let's wrap this up with your play of the game and player of the game. We'll start off with the play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency, your hometown agents in Breckenridge. And for my play of the game, I'm going to go with Abby Johnson's transition layup to cut the lead to 6. And like I said in the middle of the broadcast, I was like, I have never seen her make a layup like that, where she's just coming in full head of speed, dropping the Euro step right beforehand to, kind of shake by the defender, and then, have the control to be able to drop that in, despite, like I said, just coming in like an absolute bull in a china shop. So that was really fun to see from Abby. It's nice to see her kind of growth as a player this year. And through her career, I've got to cover her for a few years, so it's really fun to see her, take another step like that and continue to hone her craft. So shout out to Abby Johnson for my play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency. And then for my player of the game, I'm going to go with Addie Twidwell because they were really working, I feel like she was confident tonight. And she wanted the ball down low. She finished the game with 10 points, second on the team in scoring. She was one of 2 girls in double figures for the Cowgirls. But I liked what they were doing going through her in the paint. And I'm going to ask Coach Austin Imdek about that because I'm going to say, you guys usually don't go in the paint that much with her. Like, you guys, she's a presence, but, oh, boy, tonight was kind of another level. So I'm excited to see her build on that and hopefully turn that into a few more performances here as we head into the back, or, as we continue on to the back half of this season. So are we at the back half of the season? I should... I got to double check all that because I got to remember how far along we are. At this point in the season, Breckenridge falls to 11-4. Yeah, 15 games. We're in the back half of the season. I was second guessing myself a little bit there, but Breckenridge will move on to play Barnesville, and that'll be Friday at home, Friday in Barnesville. We plan on doing that game, so make sure to tune in for that. That'll be on B92.7 FM. Not 100% sure we'll be live streaming it yet. I got to talk to the Barnesville athletic director there and figure out if that's going to be cool. So make sure to check our broadcast calendar. We'll let you know, and tune in for us, and we'll let you know if we'll be doing the game. So thank you all so much. That was my player of the game and my play of the game. Player of the game, once again, one more time, Addie Twidwell, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. And then the play of the game goes to Abby Johnson's awesome transition layup, brought to you by Red River Agency. So that'll do it for the Miller Realty postgame show. As the Hawley Nuggets head home, happy campers, both teams are. So thank you once again for tuning in, everybody. It's a blast doing these broadcasts. And I'll catch you guys on Friday. One final time, your final score is Hawley 66, Breckenridge 57. You've been listening to Cowgirl and Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
Tonight's Breckenridge basketball game was brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Red River Agency, the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, Minn Kota Ag Products, Height Camp Construction, Carlson Family Insurance, Miller Realty, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Twin Town Villa, CHI St. Francis, Quality Toyota, Builders First Source, Otter Tail Power Company, Essentia Health, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, and Buyer Insurance Agency. Be sure to go to kbmwnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. Thanks for listening.